You are now watching Lesage, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it! Word, what's poppin' peeps? Welcome back to the channel. Lesage here. What's poppin'? Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be covering over Shadow Rider Calyrex with Alcremie. Now I have covered this deck on the channel before, but this is a much more updated, polished list. So that was one of those things where it was early Chilling Reign, now we're fully developed Chilling Reign, and this is one of the best Shadow Rider Alcremie decks around. Hopefully you enjoy watching this video and learn a thing or two about the deck. If you haven't already, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 7,500. I know it's a bit of a stretch goal, but I mean, we just got up to 5,000. Shout out to everyone who helped us get there. And let me know if you like Shadow Rider or Ice Rider more in the comments below. The deck is in the description as well. You can check out some of my sponsors, such as Your Playmat, or click the Shuffle Squad TCG affiliate link and support the channel that way. All that stuff really does help me out as a YouTuber. So that being said, I do want to jump into the deck profile. Let's see exactly what we have going on, and I'll catch up with y'all right there. Let's get it. So Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX is one of the most powerful and expensive decks coming out of Chilling Reign. Really one of those like kind of format shaking cards. Very different than the Ice Rider deck. This deck focuses on attaching energies with Underworld Door and drawing cards. So not only do you get to accelerate an extra psychic energy to one of your bench psychic Pokemon, you get to draw 2 cards. You're building up a lot of damage and energy in play to do extra damage with Max Geist. So 10 plus 30 for each psychic energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So you have pretty much only psychic Pokemon that you're attaching energy to. That's cool. You have Marshadows to shut off your opponent's chaotic spells, so you could use Path to the Peak, or you could just shut off your own Path to the Peak so you could use your own abilities. Path to the Peak is going to shut off both players' abilities for what it's worth, and Marshadow can bump it with Resetting Hole. We have Gengar Mimikyu-GX, which Horror House GX is largely one of the most annoying GX attacks to face in the game. You stop your opponent from playing cards from their hand during their next turn. So they basically have to pass if they don't have anything else that they can do. If you have an extra energy, you can both players draw up until they have 7. Then you can hit them hard with a Poltergeist for all the trainer cards that they have. If they have 1 Pokemon in play, there's a good chance that Pokemon's just getting knocked out with Horror House GX into a Poltergeist. Stopping your opponent also gives you an extra turn to go from Shadow Rider Calyrex V into a Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. So we also have access to Alcremie VMAX, so you can use Adornment to power up your Pokemon with Psychic Energy. And you have G-Max Whisk, which kind of uses an outlet for all those energy in play, so you can knock out pretty much any VMAX Pokemon Tag Team Pokemon, Dedenne being used to draw some cards. We have some built-in search with Fog Crystal, searching for psychic energies, psychic Pokemon that are basic type, or that are basic, not basic type, and you can grab them. You can get things back. You can get ordinary rods to get your Marshadows back, so you can use it to bump more stadiums. Overall, this deck just is very simplex. I guess it's one of those things where you want to get enough energies in play, and you want to make sure that you can stop your opponents, but you're really just using Underworld Door, Underworld Door, Underworld Door, Max Geist, Underworld Door, Poltergeist Knockouts, or anything else like that. I think this deck is kind of pog. There's no other way to put it. Like, this deck is just very overpowered, very simple to play. It's kind of hard to master in some ways with like it being Path to the Peak, shutting your own things off. But it's really cool, especially with all the bling cards. It's weird that Path to the Peak still does not have a gold card. I know that was mentioned a while ago for some other decks, but seriously, it's one of those things where it doesn't exist. Hopefully it will in the future. But you're going to do some gameplay with this deck, so check that out and see exactly what's popping with this deck list. So we're going to give our opponent a friendly hello. We're fine to go first or second with this deck. Typically, I like going first, so we can get out our Shadow Rider Calyrex first more than our opponent can, but going second is not a death sentence when it comes to this deck. Although this hand is not particularly good, and it looks like we hit some kind of ADP, maybe Moltres deck. So really not the deck that we want to be hitting here. We're going to start with the Shadow Rider. I think that's completely fine. We could always Air Balloon it or something else. Okay, let's see what we can get here. So, okay, weird. A Galarian Stunfisk ZACIAN deck. So it is some kind of ADP ZACIAN deck. Maybe it is a Bronzong box deck. I honestly can't tell. Metal Goggles. looks like they're probably just going to go Intrepid Sword. Now, our hand's not particularly great. I'm going to bring this Pokemon up because it does have 4 retreat cost, trying to stall them a little bit. Because our hand's not great, we're going to put Marshadow down just in case anything happens. We're going to attach this to the Shadow Rider Calyrex V. And let's just go for Shadow Mist. They can't play any special energy or a stadium card from their hand next turn. So we're not doing any damage, I understand that. But we are buying a turn where they might not be able to get off their Altered Creation GX. They might play a lot of trainer cards because they certainly did not draw any energy cards off Intrepid Sword. So, really one of those kind of awkward games, but it is what it is, and it is what it is, and it is what it is. If they're just going to attach an energy and go for an Intrepid Sword, our play here is absolutely correct. And we did get a Dedenne-GX. I'm actually, like, super happy with this hand. I think this sounds... this is about as good as we could ask for. So let's go like this. Let's pitch our hand away and see where we can really go with. Cool. We're gonna go for Gengar. I think this is our first time checking through our deck. Yeah. So we're gonna make sure that we can see exactly what's in here. Okay, so I think I pretty much have everything. Like, we have a Shadow Rider V, like, gone, but that's completely fine. Let's see what we can get off Underworld Door to this Pokemon. We're getting a lot of energies, really not what we're looking for, but let's go ahead here and go for Horror House GX. So our opponent can't do much. They really can't do much. They can go for Intrepid Sword. We might be able to go Boss's Orders, knock out their ADP. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards in their hands. So really one of those kind of awkward starts for our opponents. We're going to go ahead here and go Underworld Door, powering up this Pokemon. We're really just like struggling here to get out some things. It's kind of wild how this game's turning out. Maybe we'll be able to knock out the Stunfisk. And if we get like 2 energies in our discard pile, I'm not that worried about it. I'm gonna go switch here. There's nothing that I really want out of this deck. I could go like Ordinary Rod, Evolution Incense. I think I'm just gonna go ahead here and pitch. I'm gonna double check again because I want to see if the other Ordinary Rod isn't there. It is. I do want to make sure that I missed that, that I didn't miss that. And let's just pitch this hand away. Okay, this is a little bit better. We do have access to some Shadow Riders. So let's go ahead and grab them. Because we want to be able to do enough damage in order to make everything happen for next turn. We could attach 4 energies per next turn, which puts us at 9 energies in play. 9, 18, 270, 280, so that's a knockout. We're going to go ahead here and... We're doing max guys for not enough. Let's go retreat here and go for Poltergeist. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we would have absolutely demolished almost anything that our opponent would have sent up. Like 420 damage. Absolutely insane. We take those. Drawn some prize cards, and I mean, our hand's like not great, but like we should be able to get out pretty much everything we want. Because we did all of this before they used Altered Creation GX. So they've only played 1, 2. That's almost better for us. 3. 4. So 4 out of 9 means that there's 5. Okay, so they're just rolling through their deck. The fact that they're both playing Energy Switch and Energy Spinner, and they have the Skarmory in their deck, I think it seems like it's kind of a homebrew deck. So shout out to James Reeves for trying. Maybe they're a free-to-play player. So that's awesome. Everyone has their own kind of vibes going on. We're going to go Evolution Incense first here. Grabbing a Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. Because we want to thin it out of the deck first. And we're just going to go one at a time here. Really just getting set up as much as possible. So let's go Underworld Door, number 1. Yeah, we'll go Underworld Door, number 2. Didn't realize I didn't use the first one yet. Gonna see if we can thin the other one out of the deck as well. We're gonna go for Underworld Door number 3. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Currently, we do not have enough to get the knockout. We can just go for the knockout with the ZACIAN and we kind of put ourselves in a checkmate position for next turn. I think that sounds like a really good idea because there's a higher chance of us just getting the knockout on the ZACIAN than our opponent like just straight up winning this game. So let's go Air Balloon here. I'm gonna go switch into the one with Air Balloon. I don't want to go Quick Ball yet. I think I just want to go Boss. So 3, 6, 8, 250. So far this is a pretty straight up game where we don't really have anything crazy going on, but we're just able to kind of play the game better and just have like better Pokemon than our opponent does. And we're playing against like an ADP ZACIAN hybrid deck, so it is quite difficult for us to like have better Pokemon. Shadow Rider is really just that good. So unless they're getting the knockout with like Skarmory or something like that, we're pretty good. They can get a knockout on the Marshadow, maybe? Maybe they're just thinning out cards for the Poltergeist. We just need 1 energy in play. 3, 6, 9 would be 280 damage. And we have the energy with Fog Crystal because we already put one back into our deck. So the fact that they played Marnie is... I don't think that they're going to be able to win this game, unfortunately. So we take those, and that's really where this deck's going to shine. They just did not get set up as quick as us, and they still have 3 turns left in the game. We win the game before they are able to draw a prize card. So, kind of wild. Yeah, they're just going to concede because they know that we got it. So we're going to call the coin flip, and I'm going to call Tails just because I feel like calling Tails. We got it. Would you like to go first? Fax, yep. Seems absolutely fire. What the heck? This is not absolutely fire. That's an absolute terrible hand. Too many cards together. What are we playing against here? What are they shuffling up? INTELEON, VMAX, Crushing Hammers. Fun times. We can accelerate energies. That's what we got going on. Yes, always drawing an extra card. I don't know if that necessarily helps. That does kind of help. We're going to go Quick Ball away one of these. Double check through our deck. For a second I was like, where are the Shadow Riders? We do have both of our Ordinary Rods, so I think that's fine. I'm just going to get the one Shadow Rider V outs. And everything seems like kind of normalish. This is also a matchup where I think Alcremie V could be good to get out energies, in case we just have like an awkward start. So I'm going to go ahead here and pass my turn. Not the best start that I want, but it is what it is. Not attaching the Air Balloon because their deck might play Tool Scrapper. So they're just grabbing a couple water energies. Maybe they're going to go for a Keep Calling because when you start with Sobble, you never know exactly what's going to be going on. And, I don't know. If they don't really get out of anything else, we could really stop them early. If they play Sobble, there's a good chance that they're just going to get out other Sobbles. Okay, there's their INTELEON V. This seems like a great matchup to use Gengar Mimikyu in. Drawing extra cards, cool. Crobat V, that's another Pokemon for us to knock out with Boss. So really just planning everything that we possibly can in this matchup. I think we want to be going knockout, knockout, knockout. I think that's probably what it's going to be going for. So maybe a 1, 2, 3 prize card kind of structure where we're knocking out a 1 prize card Pokemon, a 2 prize card Pokemon, and a 3 prize card Pokemon. So Sobble, Inteleon VMAX, Crobat probably is going to be our way to winning this game. Unless we just go Inteleon VMAX, Inteleon VMAX. If not, we're probably going to go Crobat, Inteleon, Inteleon, or Crobat, Crobat, Inteleon. Depending on what our opponent does here, I mean, I think we're still in an advantageous position. We could even just go Adornment and kind of like stop our opponent really early on. The boss is great. We have access to Air Balloon. We don't even have to retreat now. If anything, they just let us put Air Balloon on a better Pokemon. That was actually just, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go Alcremie VMAX. I think that seems fine. I don't really want to discard anything else, so I'm just going to go ahead and pitch this. I'm glad they did not play a Path to the Peak. That would have been kind of detrimental for us, but whatever. We have, let's go for Underworld Door. So I think I just want to power up the Alcremie VMAX. I think that sounds fine. I could still just pitch this hand away. I'm going to put a Marshadow down because I'm still not sure what our opponent is going to be doing in this game. We've already discarded 2 of those, so I'm going to try to search for an Ordinary Rod. If there's anything that I'd ever really want to be searching for. So let's go ahead and try to do that. So I'm going to attach this. I don't want to go Boss. I just really want to search for a Shadow Rider V and an Ordinary Rod. Let's go do both. Get those back. And go ahead and grab that back. So I think we're in a great spot there. Retreat. And I'm going to go Adornment Ahoy. I want to go there, there, there. Basically everything except my Marshadow. Because my Marshadow I want to be using Resetting Hull with. So, really just getting all set up here. I think we're in a great spot to kind of like just take this game. My 1, 2, 3 prize card structure might change up a little bit. I might just go 3 prize card, 3 prize card. So we'll have to see exactly how that goes. But I'm not entirely sure what they're going to do. If they're just going to go for, hopefully they get Tails, amazing. Crushing Hammer with Hydro Snipe can be annoying when it comes to this matchup because they can take away more energies than we want. But if they just go in for an attack, we could probably just take a decent knockout. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in play. We could attach another 3. If they just attach retreats, I'm actually like really okay with that. If we grabbed an energy on Marshadow, we probably could have attacked too, with a lot of stuff. Like, I think we're just in a good spot here. There's the Marnie, cool. We'll see how it goes. So our hand kind of got really awkward. We're not getting those energies that we want. We have both of our Dedennes down, so we can't even get out another Dedenne. We might just be forced to go for another Adornment play. I'm not sure what they're going to do here. Like, I'd really like an energy, a supporter. Like, nothing crazy has been going on. If they put the energy back into our hand, we could actually arguably draw more cards. I'd almost love if they put a Path in play. I don't know if they play Path, but it'd be nice if they put a Path in play. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Path, rip the energy back, please. It's like magic. Let's go resetting Hole so we have access to Max Geist. I really want to be able to use Max Geist. Underworld Door over to myself. Let's go ahead and Underworld Door over to this Pokemon. I don't know if I want to get like the knockouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could go for the knockout and then just take care of them. After that, I think I'll probably have enough energies to make that happen. I don't necessarily want to run out of energies. Like, I think I can attack. Like, their setup does not seem great. So I'm just going to go Underworld Door and power up. I'm going to power up the other one. I'm going to power up the Alcremie just in case. So I'm going to switch. I might change my mind. I don't know if I want to go for the knockout or not. Just because of lack of energies. It's really like... I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep my hand as is. I'm not even able to get the knockout. We have access to Air Balloon to get out of any active situation or whatever. We have Marshadow in hand. So let's go Max Geist. Not a knockout, but we're doing some damage here, some heavy duty damage. 220. And I mean, they've done... I don't think we're going to necessarily lose this. So the reason why we want to run things is because we do play 2 Path to the Peak ourselves. That's why we run Marshadow. So as much as Path can hurt us... it's one of those things where we want to play Path and then Marshadow the next turn. Chaotic Spell wouldn't necessarily... is not searchable. It's a needle in a haystack. So I could search out Marshadow, so they could play a Path. Even if I didn't have Marshadow, I could Quick Ball for a Marshadow. That's really one of the cool things that we have going on with Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. And hopefully they just go lift our energy back. That'd be kind of awesome. Maybe they're going to go ahead and go all in. Maybe they're going to retreat. There's a lot of things that they can and can't do here. That sucks. I don't want to necessarily lose an energy. They should probably take it off the Alcremie VMAX. Yeah. So, they know what they're doing when it comes to the energy denial. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're losing this game, though. Maybe they could get, like, double Crushing Hammers, and that could be, like, detrimental. I honestly don't know. We don't have much going on here. So let's see what they grab with Shady Dealings. I mean, as long as we're able to attack and get a knockout, I'm feeling great. We are going through a little bit of a supporter drought. We've only played 2 research, and we haven't really seen much else. Going through an energy drought. I haven't seen a Fog Crystal this game yet either. So you gotta look, our top decks are very stacked to be good. With Fog Crystals and energy and supporters and things like that. Path to the Peak is completely fine. I'm totally fine with Path to the Peak here, because we have another Marshadow. Like, that's why we do well against Path decks with Shadow Rider. We have so many Marshadows to get our way with it. I can just go back, get another couple with Ordinary Rod. That's why we left the bench spot open. I don't know if they're just going to lift the energy back. Maybe they're going to go Crushing. Just waiting to really see. Oh, geez. There's Crushing. Let's see how it goes. Could get gross. Tails. Ugh. Stops us from attacking with our active next turn. Tails. Hopefully they lift back our energy. I don't know what they're going to grab. Are they going to grab another, like, Inteleon with quick shooting? Okay. So really just waiting to see exactly what our opponent's going to do here. Hydro Snipe. If they lift back the energy, I think that's almost a mistake. Yeah, so we're going to be able to get the knockouts. So that's absolutely amazing news for us. So let's go Marshadow here. Marshadow resetting Hole. See, we have the double energy, double Marshadow. Let's go ahead and rip those energies back into our deck. So let's go do both. So we're going to have access to Marshadow, because we want to have access to more of those. And let's make sure that we have access to Psychic. So I think we should be good for the rest of the game when it comes to energies and all that good stuff. So we're going to actually go for Underworld Door first onto this Pokemon, because that means that we have a higher chance of getting an energy. If we use Fog Crystal first, we're going to be thinning an energy out of our deck. Let's go Underworld Door, yeet an energy onto this Pokemon. Let's go for Underworld Door. Let's yeet another energy onto this Pokemon. Let's go for a Fog Crystal. I'm just going to get an energy on the Alcremie V. I think that sounds like a good plan. Our opponent has gone through all 4 Crushing Hammers, I believe. Yeah. So we're just kind of chilling. We have access to the Air Balloon to get things out if we want to. And we're going to go ahead here and retreat, send this up, and go for our 3 prize card turn, taking that knockouts, the sweet knockouts. So if they go for another Inteleon VMAX, we're definitely able to overcome that. If they're able to go for a lot of things, we're able to overcome it. I think we're in a good spot to just win the game. Like, we took the prize cards first before our opponent. They haven't lined up knockouts, and we have access to Alcremie VMAX, so they can't even use their main attacker. So I'd say that this is really just like a good opportunity for us to steal the game. So there's their VMAX. We have the boss's orders. We have the energies. We have the Alcremie. We have access to the Marshadow. We should be able to just take this game no matter what. I think they're just going to sacrifice their Inteleon. Maybe they're going to go like Reset Stamp. You never know. Also could have maybe put Marshadow down in case they are just going to go for a 3rd Path to the Peak. Even if not, like I still think we're in like a winning position no matter what. So let's see what our opponent grabs with Drizzile. Hopefully it's not anything that shuffles our hand up, because I like having win in hands. Our opponent's like taken in like an extra 4 minutes than us in this game, so it's one of those things where I totally like to get out of this game and into my next game with this deck. And that's kind of where it's just like fast. Let's just use Max Geist. Wonder what they're gonna grab with Quick Ball. Maybe it's a Dedenne-GX Crobat V. Maybe another Inteleon V. Maybe it's an Articuno. Pitching away. Okay, there's an Inteleon V. Maybe they're just going to pitch their hand away. Seems like a waste of a card to grab with an Inteleon, or with a Drizzile. And there's Marnie. Okay, so our hand is getting shuffled away. It's not as bad as a Reset Stamp, but we'll see how it goes. We still have access to Horror House GX, so we could still just stop our opponent for a turn. We have access to Research. And I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. We've gone through 1 Air Balloon, 1 Switch. We still play a few Air Balloon, a few Switch. So we got access. They're down to 2 minutes left. They might actually run out of time in here. Since we are playing an event, time is of the factor. So it legitimately could just be something where they will not be able to get around things. Oh, wow, okay. So we have access to this. Let's go ahead and... I think Gengar Mimikyu might be the play here. So let's go ahead and go for Underworld Door to the Gengar Mimikyu. I'm fine pitching this hand away, to be honest. Switch. I like all these cards. Let's go ahead and go Underworld Door again to the Gengar. We want to draw cards, get that boss's orders, so that we could potentially just win the game. I'm going to thin out my hand a little bit. I don't need these cards at this point. So I'm going to be grabbing nothing. Evolution Incense, wasting it. Using Fog Crystal, grabbing a Psychic Energy. So grabbing a Psychic Energy, attaching it here, I'm going to go ahead and go play Switch. And let's go for Horror House GX. So our opponent cannot play any cards from their hand. We're also going to draw some more cards. We have the boss order Switch for the Alcremie game, and we're going to steal the game. So their turn's just going to go absolute pass. And these are like these huge power plays that you can do with a late game Gengar Mimikyu. So we're going to give our opponent the well played. Let's go Air Balloon there, Boss's Orders, and we can rip off all of our energies in play. We could have drawn through like the rest of our deck if we really wanted to. So let's just go G-Max Whisk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can go boom, 600 damage. Peace out. It's been absolutely real. That's how Alcremie VMAX can steal games, especially with Gangyu. So the kind of that 1-2 hits. And that's what we got going on for this video today, peeps. Hopefully you enjoyed that Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX gameplay. Yep, I know it's a little bit more of an expensive deck, but it's one of those things where it is an awesome deck. So hopefully you all enjoy this video and learn a little bit, a thing or two about the deck. I mean, it's awesome right now. It's awesome post-rotation. I mean, it's one of those things where give it a whirl if you haven't already. You can give this video a like. You can subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 7,500 subscribers. We just passed 5,000, but I know we can get there. It's really the next huge milestone for the channel. Leave a comment below letting me know which version of Shadow Rider you like more. Shadow Rider, Calyrex, Alcremie. Spark a discussion there. I get back to everyone there. If you got a question, no question is stupid. No question is too dumb. I'll get back to everyone as long as it's kind of friendly, family-friendly questions. Some of y'all are mean in the comments. Some of y'all are amazing. So let's keep the comments coming. It does boost the YouTube algorithm. The description does have the deck list, so copy and paste that into PTCGO. Pick up some of the cards there from maybe PTCGO store. That'd be awesome if you could do that. Check out some of the sponsored links too. All that stuff really does help support me and the channel. That being said, I'm going to go edit this video, so I'll catch up with everyone later. Have a wonderful day, and peace out. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's become a channel member. It's one of those things where I appreciate every single person who watches my videos, and I mean, that's really where it counts, but for the channel members, they've gone out of their way to financially support me, and I truly appreciate that gesture. It's one of those things when I started channel memberships up on my channel, and I just didn't know if anyone was ever going to do it, so I truly appreciate everyone taking the plunge, taking a leap of trust, and investing in me as a content creator. Truly makes a difference for me each and every month. If you haven't already thought about becoming a channel member, you might want to contribute to the channel, and I do put everything back into the channel to make it the best possible place to watch for Pokemon TCG content. Again, I truly appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Cheers. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video, and have yourself a great day. Thanks.